Are we live? How you doing, everybody? Welcome to GoPro Academy. Wednesday live coaching, training, all kinds of stuff we're going to talk about today. We're about a minute early, and I'm only jumping on a minute early because I want to make sure we have a few new kind of, bells and whistles behind the scenes. I want to make sure that all of that stuff is working. It looks like it's working. Sound is working good. Things are working good. Fantastic. While we're waiting for people to jump on, and please make this a normal Wednesday habit that we spend some time strategizing together, a normal Wednesday habit. Because over the course of 52 weeks, I'm going to be able to help you go from one place to another place. Now, for some of you, you just got back from GoPro Recruiting Mastery, our most incredible event we've had in a long time, maybe ever, at the MGM Garden Arena. Whether you watched it live at home on the live stream or you were there in attendance, it was pretty special. And next year, GoPro Recruiting Mastery is our 10th anniversary. We're pulling out all the stops. It's going to be amazing, going to be spectacular. And I hope that you put it on your goals, one of your goals, to be there at that event. I think it will really help you. So it is now 12 o'clock, so we're going to start. So I'm assuming most of you are going to be watching this via replay. That's fine. But like I say, if you do it live, there's going to be an opportunity for you to be able to ask questions. If you have some questions, I'm going to be going through today how to effectively set your network marketing goals for 2019. This is the best time of year to be reflective. Look back at what worked, set goals for next year to be able to help you go to the next level. Now, next week, I'm going to be talking about game plans, strategies to achieve the goals. So this week is about setting the goals. We're going to go for 30 minutes. Next week is about strategy. We're going to talk about how do you go about achieving those goals. What kind of a game plan do you need to put together for 2019, okay? So, excited to work with you today. I've got some things to share. Let's start with what goals you need to set for 2019, in my opinion, in order to be able to have the best year of your career. If you're ready to have the best year of your career, put something in the notes. Give me some hearts. Give me some likes. I see Matthias from Germany. The rest of you, jump on. Let me know where you're connecting from. That would be great. And from Tina, how you doing? Good to see you. So let's start with goals. Goal number one. Income. Each of you need to set an income goal. Now, I would like you to set two income goals. One is a reasonable income goal. What's a reasonable goal? You know, whatever you did this year, what's a reasonable goal for 2019, whatever you're expecting to do this year? What's a reasonable goal for 2019 that you feel like with a consistent effort, with a reasonable effort, you'll be able to achieve? And then I want you to set a second goal, which is a visionary goal, which should be at least double whatever your reasonable goal is. So, and let me tell you why this is important. I'm messing with the mic. Oh, I didn't even move the mic up here. Sorry about that. So let me tell you why the visionary goal is so important. If you set your reasonable goal, right, and then you double it, and for some of you, you started hyperventilating when you're even thinking about it. You have difficulty even writing it down. If you're not writing down these goals, then frankly, you're not serious about 2019, in my opinion. You're just a tourist, and you didn't join GoPro Academy in order to be a tourist. You want to be a player, right? So set your reasonable goal and then double it for your visionary goal. Here's why this is important. The question is, what kind of a person do you have to become in order to achieve your visionary goal? What needs to happen inside of your organization for you to achieve that visionary goal? What type of people do you need to attract in order to achieve that visionary goal? It'll set all kinds of things in motion, and it'll make you ask and answer some very important questions, because there's somebody within your company, within your organization, that could achieve that goal. There's somebody in network marketing that could achieve that goal, that visionary goal. Why not you? Maybe you're not asking the right questions in order to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. So, reasonable goal on income, visionary goal on income is the second area. Number 2, this might seem funny as a goal. As a goal might seem funny. Is people are like, habits, that's a goal? Yeah, it really is. We are a product of our habits. We are a product of the things that we do routinely, regularly. We are a byproduct, our results are a byproduct of the habits that we engage in on a regular basis. So, make a list of your current habits, good and bad. What are your current habits? Are you late all the time? Are you early all the time? Are you consistent in your business? Do you procrastinate? What are the habits? Are you hot and cold? Do you show up at all the events? Do you rationalize? Do you come up with excuses? What are the habits that you engage in on a regular basis, good and bad? And then determine what habits will help you to move forward in your life and in your career and to be that network marketing professional that you want to be. Okay? So set a goal on some habits. Set a goal and think about your consistency as a habit. Think about your not procrastinating as a habit. You're taking action, being an action person versus a procrastinator. The habit of being early versus being late. The habit of showing up with your best self, best energy all the time versus being sloppy. Your habit of raising your awareness to seeing the people in the world that are available to talk to about your business versus being blind to those people. So your habit of getting out of your comfort zone versus staying in your comfort zone. All those different kinds of things. You got to determine what are the habits that are important for you. Number 3, customer goals. We live in a world that is shifting a bit inside the network marketing community. And let me tell you what I mean by that. There are parts of network marketing that are more the direct selling, quote unquote, parts that are all about customers. The party plans, customer. And then there's big parts of the network marketing side of the world that are more about distributors. Distributors being their best customer. So you build this big distributor force, all of those people being customers, and you have a lot of people doing a little bit and everything's fine. Well, in today's world, that's not enough. Every single distributor should have a goal of having a minimum of 10 customers per distributor. Every one of you watching this should have 10 people not connected to the pay plan, 10 people not with the ability to earn, 10 people that are just purely customers, not connected with your business. Now, if you have that and everybody in your group has that, I want you to just imagine something. Every single person in your organization having 10 active customers, every single person. What happens to your volume? What happens to the thickness of your sales? What happens to the commission checks throughout the organization? What happens to the consistency? What happens to the belief building? What happens throughout the organization with this one simple philosophy, this one simple goal? So, what is your personal customer goal for 2019? How many do you, if you want to have the group, everybody in your team, average 10, what should yours be? Should it be more than 10? Of course it should be more than 10. 10's not enough. If you want that to be the average, the speed of the leaders, the speed of the pack, you need to have more than anybody else. You need to lead by example, not walk away from building your distributor organization, but having this as an extra muscle. So what is your personal customer goal? How many customers do you want to bring into your personal business? What's the percentage of customers to distributors in your group? Is it 3 customers to 1 distributor? Is it 7 customers to 1 distributor? Is it 10 customers to 1 distributor? Determine what it is today and where do you want it to be by the end of 2019. What is it today and where do you want it to be by the end of 2019? I think it's kind of a minimum of 7 out of 10. I would have a goal of, 7 to 1 is the minimum, 7 customers to 1 distributor that you should strive for. You might not be there right now, but where I would encourage you to get to is 10 customers for every active distributor in your organization. So, set your goal when it comes to customers, okay? Now, next, and this is a big one, what's your recruiting goal? You want to build your team. So, what is your personal recruiting goal for 2019? How many new lines do you need to develop in order to achieve your income goal? How many new lines of sponsorship do you need to create? It's so comfortable, it's so easy to, I know when I coach people, most 10 customers for a month for Keith, and here's what I would say, is it's 10 active customers per distributor. So if they just order once and then they're no longer a customer, this is people who are actively using your product or service every single month. So 10 per distributor per month would be my goal. Now, it's back to recruiting. It's so comfortable to just say, well, in 2019, I'm going to work with my team and I'm going to do everything I can to make my team achieve. And I'm going to squeeze the potential out of my existing organization. And what I've got to tell you is, when I do coaching and work with people around the world, my strongest suggestion is to not count on your existing team at all for 2019. Act as if you don't have an existing team. You should not spend more than 20% of all of 2019. You should spend less than 20% of your entire time for 2019 with your existing team. 80% of your time should be with your new team that you're going to be bringing in between now and the end of 2019. 80% of your time. Prospecting, bringing them in, getting them started, helping them become independent. 80%. This is different than what most people think. Because they want to spend 80, 90% with their existing team because it's fun, it's comfortable, they're already in, they're their buddies, they're hanging out with them. But don't fall into that trap. 20% with the existing team, 80% with the new team for 2019. That will put you on a growth path that you want. So how many lines of sponsorship? Do you want to go recruit 20 people in 30 days? Go figure that out, make that happen. And my suggestion is, if you want to just remain, let's say you want to have small growth in 2019. Small growth. Small growth, take one time in 2019 where you bring in 20 people in 30 days. You'll have 10%, 20% growth year over year. If you bring in 20 and 30 sometime in 2019, the earlier the better, but sometime in 2019, that will help you move forward. You want to have 50% growth year over year, then 50, 60, 70% growth year over year, then 2 times in 2019, bring in 20 people in 30 days, okay? Maybe bring in, do it, let's say you did it in January, February. Then take 3-4 months working with that group, then do it again in the summer, and then 3-4 months working with that group, okay? Mentoring them up. That'll give you 50, 60, 70% growth. You want to double your income? 100%, 150% growth? Maybe even 200% growth? Do it 3 times. Let's say it's January, May, October. Bring in 20 people in 30 days. And in between, mentor those different groups and help them become independent. Okay? You want to have 3, 4, 500% growth? Do it 4 times. That's only reserved for the rock stars. 20 people in 30 days. Bring in 20 people in 30 days, spend 2 months mentoring them, bring in another class of 20, spend 2 months mentoring them, bring in another class of 20, 2 months mentoring them, another class of 20, 2 months mentoring them. You'll grow 3, 4, 500% year over year if you do that. So determine what it is that you're willing to do in order to be able to make that happen. All right, let's keep moving. Number 5. What's your rank advancement goal? Where do you want to get to, and by what date? You might have several different rank advancements. Maybe you want to just re-qualify at some level that you qualified at before. That's fine. But if you have a new rank, pick the date, rank and date. Let's say you want to hit something by April 1st. Fantastic. Hit that, pick the rank, pick the date. Then next, you might have another rank after that. So maybe it's one rank in April, another rank in July, another rank in November. Whatever it happens to be. It might be 1, it might be 2, it might be 3, it might be 5. I don't know what it is for you, but the more specific you get, the better when it comes to setting these goals. So pick your rank, decide when you're going to make it happen. And I'd encourage you to work with this with your organization also, not just yourself. Number 6. 6 is skills. That's why some of you are here and part of GoPro Academy. I would encourage you, not only for you, but everybody in your organization, stay with this program. Get everybody in your group in this program, because over the course of 52 weeks, between the courses that are available and the coaching that I'm going to do on a weekly basis, you're going to develop some new skills. But what are the skills that you want to develop? The network marketing skills. Come up with the 7 fundamental skills and rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 where you are today and set a goal. Now, you can't get all the way there on every skill overnight, but you can pick one skill, get great, pick the next skill, get great, pick the next skill, get great. In the meantime, kind of hold it together, right? So determine what skills that you want to master, and we'll talk next week about how to make all that stuff happen. Number 7. Leadership development. You've heard me talk about this term influencer. What is your goal to become an influencer, number 1? An influencer. And what is your goal to develop influencers within your team? Influencers are people who are independent, who solve problems, who create action, right? They've got a big vision. Think about how many people you have within your organization that fit that criteria. So inside of that influencer, we'll talk, like I said, next week, but the average $1 million a year earner, some are tougher judges of influence definition than others, but typically about 25 influencers in a group, in a team, equals $1 million a year in network marketing income. $1 million a year earners have about 25. So how many influencers do you want to develop by the end of 2019 when you look at your team? How many influencers do you want to have in your team when you look at them that are independent, that are solving problems, that are creating action, that cast this big vision? How many influencers do you want to have on your team? So come up with a number. And then we'll talk next week about how you identify those people and develop those people. So that's number 7. Number 8 is what is your goal for your culture within your organization? And let me define culture. What are you known for as a group? What are you known for? As your team, what is your team known for? Are they known for their enthusiasm? Are they known for their speed, their velocity? They move fast? Are they known for being sharp or being sloppy? Are they known for being on time? Are they known for being at events? What are the things that they are known for? Determine what you want to be known for. Set a goal. What do you want your team to be known for by the end of 2019? And then we'll talk next week about how to make that happen. But think about all the attributes. When your company thinks about you and your team, what do you want them to think? When other people look at you and your team, what do you want them to say about you and your team? Okay? So culture is a big one. And then number 9, geography. If you're in your hometown, what cities around you would you like to expand into? If you're in one state or region inside of your country, are there other states or regions that you'd like to expand into? If you're in one country, are there other countries you would like to expand into? What is your goal for expanding your footprint, expanding your business geographically? Figure out what that goal is and be as specific as you can about that goal, okay? On geography. Number 10, destination event attendance. Destination event attendance. What is a destination event? An event where people have to leave their home, go stay somewhere else, sleep in a strange bed to attend your company convention, to attend Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing, to attend GoPro Recruiting Mastery, whatever it happens to be for you. What are the attendance numbers? You need to pick out your events within your organization. What are the events between now and the end of 2019? Event, 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 event. Put them on the calendar. These are the tent poles that hold everything up. And set a goal for the number of people that you want to have at these events. And just like your income goal, I would recommend that you set 2 goals. One is a realistic, reasonable goal for growth and attendance at these events. And the second is a visionary goal, a big goal, something that scares you, something that, like, wow, what would I have to do to get that to happen? Let's say you had 4 people at your last event, and you set your reasonable goal, I want to have 20 people at the next one. Okay, fine. But you set your visionary goal, I want to have 100. Well, what type of a person do you have to become in order to have 100? What kind of leadership do you need to develop in order to have 100? What kind of a team do you have to have? What kind of communication do you need to do? What kind of an influence do you need to have on people in order to, vision, in order for people to get to 100 in attendance in your team within that organization? What do you have to do in order to be able to make that happen? These are important questions. So your assignment this week is to map this out. Don't worry about how you're going to do it. We'll talk about that next week, okay? Don't worry about how we're going to do that. For the next couple weeks, actually, we're going to talk about that. But we're going to start talking about it next week. So by January 1st, you'll have a really mapped out strategy in order to be able to go where you need to go. Your income, your habits, the customer ratio, numbers within your organization, the recruiting numbers, your rank, number of ranks of people in your team, the skills that you want to get developed, the influencers within your organization, the culture you want to be known for, the geographical expansion within your organization, and then destination event attendance. Okay? So those of you who are watching live, fantastic. I love you. You're amazing. Those of you who are watching on replay, I love you, but try to set a goal to be on this every single week, because this is the juice of GoPro Academy. The courses are all amazing and spectacular and incredible value. And I hope that you go in and, over the course of the next year, that you consume all of that. But mentoring you for 52 weeks is the big deal. So let me see if I got some questions. All right. Okay, you're going too fast. I can't see anything. All right, hold on 1 second. Keep going. Hello, 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 hello. 10 customers, 10 customers. Always be hungry. Hillary, I agree. You spend too much time with your team, Sarah. 100%. Spend less. How does that work for building leaders with you? Talk about finding leaders deep within your organization. Yes, find leaders deep within your organization, but that's part of your 20%. 20% is digging within your existing team. How much else do you need to spend with your team? Digging, working, helping those people expand, for sure. But don't get stuck hanging around with people that already agree with you. Bring in the class of 2019 and do it multiple times. 3 times for Keithan, says he's going to bring in 20 and 30. Fantastic. GoPro event for Holly. Wonderful. Goals are in place. Yvette. From Canada, keep going, keep going, keep going. Rule of 5. Oh, my 5 daily method of operations, I'll do that another time, Tim, for sure. Will it always be the same time, Mateus? Yes, always be the same time. 7 figures, Antonio, for 2019. Fantastic, and it was really great to see you. Congratulations on everything you did for this last event. Questions we can ask to create the vision. Not sure I understand that one. Keep going. Do you create new groups for each new class? We'll talk about that in the future, Sarah. This is just set the goal, and we'll make that happen. Keep going. All right, that's it. Fantastic. So we're 26 minutes. We got under our 30. You can get back to work. Make these goals, write them down, and next Wednesday, 12 o'clock, we are going to be talking about strategy, game plan, in order to be able to make it happen, okay? Love you all. Have a spectacular week. I think you're all amazing. Let's go to the top together. Love you. Mwah.